Hello, my name is Marcus Bronzy.
I'm Kae Kurd. This is Ain't Got a Clue. Big shout out to everybody loving the past episode with James Haskell. We had bare people like, "Raw, you got a real celebrity on." I'm like, "You dickheads." What was the other guests, bro?
Like,
Too, bro.
You get real TV people, bro. Like real people now, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like we've been doing bits. And shout out we had a bit more Patreon content on there as well. Him talking about the knighthood was funny. We'll get those clips out as well. Shout out to Patreon gang. For
Big
the
up
price
yourselves.
of a coffee or less than a coffee, you get an extra episode a week, and going forward, you're going to be getting first access to live shows, all of that. And yeah, you know, it's just fun. It's a little community on there. Community's growing really quickly.
It is, bro.
I'm really loving it.
Do you know what I like about the community, Kay?
Australian dollars being sent into it.
I love about the community is the community is getting stuck in, you know. The community's got something to say, bruv. They got something to say. I like it. They're clueless.
There was a guy called like Tabarak. Was it Tabarak?
Yeah.
I don't know how to cancel this, but there you go. Just have my money for the rest of eternity. So shout out him as well. All right, so you're probably wondering why we're doing this remote. Basically, Marcus is on his deathbed. We're gonna have to. I don't know how long this podcast is gonna last now. Unfortunately, no, I'm joking. He's dead.
Well, we did the paperwork, innit, Kay? We did the paperwork, so we know that it's not going to be a long thing. We're just gonna everything just gets handed over.
Bro, recently I went past the graveyard, and I really did think about like
me.
No, not you. But I was thinking about like, right, I should like, you know, if you've got a bit of money, I was like, you don't know what can happen in it. I was like, I really should think about buying a plot of land, buying like a coffin and that, just in case, just ready for like when things go south.
Do you know what, Kay? Before we get into why we're doing this episode properly, right? Yeah, one of the great, and listen, you got to listen. We spoke about this on a recent podcast. Yeah, we got to talk about this more often, bruv. When I sorted all that stuff out, right, one of the best feelings in the world, bruv. One of the best feelings
already.
Bruv, I've not sorted out like what coffin does he want, yeah? But put it like this. If you want to talk about it, I'm fine to talk about it, okay? But if it's boring, whatever, move on. But one of the best things is when I sorted out my paperwork and I signed a paperwork that said, if you just disappear, yeah, or fall off the edge of the earth or whatever, everything's set. One of the best things you can do. And I'm not talking about, doesn't matter whether you...
Tomorrow, if you, God forbid.
Yeah, you get the cameras. Tomorrow... Yes, you get the cameras, Kay. Kay's like, yeah, but does it have the micro SD card or not? That's all I want to know, bruv. But the hard drives.
Do I get the mics? Do I get the mics? No, so like you've got your plot of land in there.
I've got everything in place financially to make sure that everything's suited. Like, and this is not a problem.
Off camera, you need to tell me how to do this.
Yeah, bruv. It's a quick Google. There's a YouTube video on it as well. The guy, man, it's really good video, but he's not around anymore. But he's really good at it.
I've been getting into like watch tutorials and like watch. Do you know what? I'll send you this TikTok page. There's a guy called Vukum. He's a New York watch dealer, and you just see him going around buying watches from other dealers and selling watches to other dealers, and he's the best negotiator ever. And it just made me go, "Oh my gosh, bruv! Like this is such a fun." I've been addicted to the videos, isn't it? He's like,
you know what?
He'll be like 50,000, and he's like, yeah. What do I look like? 50,000? No, 55. Yeah, I was like 51. I said 55. What? Like I'm just gonna leave. But he's so good at negotiating. It's funny. But
do you know what? I clocked it. There was a time when I'd watch stuff like that on YouTube and I'd get drawn into it. And also, okay, you're the third friend of mine who's got into watches. One of my friends, big up Luke, has got to the point where he has bought the tools to take apart and clean watches. That is what happened to him in lockdown.
Buy a watch. Let me tell you this. I'm not that guy. I'm not. When I'm hearing the money that these guys are bandying around, there is no way I'm spending 50k on a watch. But let me tell you, Marcus, I'm not spending $1,000 on a watch right now. Yeah. Who knows what will happen in the future? I'm never going to say never. Really.
Who knows what the next Apple Watch is going to cost, isn't it? I'm just saying, it? It's going in that direction.
Right now, currently, there is no way on God's green earth that's the money I'm spending.
But when you watch those videos, though, exactly, bricks and mortar. When you watch those videos, though, they do gas you to a point where a little bit of you thinks, I'd love to be in the room at least. Or you reckon?
Let me tell you, I went on the Rolex website and I went on the Rolex website and I customized the watch I'd want.
That's good. You got a manifestation, man. Gotta
No, fuck
manifest that,
that.
dude.
Like, it
Gotta
was
manifest.
32,500 pounds. And I was like, do you know what? I'm
Yeah.
all right.
You went for a lightweight one then. You didn't go for a big one then, no?
No, I went for
Bro.
it was greened out. But anyway, we're
Yeah.
recording like this because Marcus has got COVID, that ancient disease. But do you know what's so mad? You've got COVID. COVID is kind of old because right now we've got the hench flu that's come back.
Exactly. So, Kate,
you've got some
right. So 100% right. So for the last 3 years, I've been ducking and I'm going to talk shit now because it's hit me in it, but I was being humble. But for the last 3 years, I've been Muhammad Ali roper doping. Jab, 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 booster jab, booster jab, booster jab, jab, jab. I've been doing all of that, bro, for the last 3 years. And then it finally fucking hit me. And I'll tell you how it felt in a second, Kate, because I think I might have the new one. That's all I'm going to say. I think I might have the new flavor of it,
or the
bro.
new flu.
The new COVID. Because during Christmas, I went to and I remember I moaned to Kay about this off the podcast. I went to a young person's birthday party, and I swear to God, bruv, these kids were running around and it was the height of flu season. I could taste the germs in the air. I could taste the flavors of. You ever been into like a kid's environment where there's cousins and whatever like that, but then they have their friends over and then they have their friends over?
I don't go into kids' environments. Just
you don't have family? Okay.
Bro, I don't. Even when those functions happen, I don't get the invite in it because I'm just gonna look like the weird uncle in it. Like, I talk about it on stage in it. Like, just, at this point, like if you don't have a wife, you're just not getting invited to those things, innit? You're just some single bloke in a corner. They're like, "What's he doing here?" Innit? They're all having dad chat, and you're just
peep
there,
this,
like...
peep this, because I had to do a solo mission that day. So peep this, yeah. This is what you do: you come with your gifts, you come late. You leave early. That's what you do. You come so late that it's almost done and you do your thing. But I got there in a decent timing. But anyway, I've been ducking and diving, Kay, ducking and diving. And then I think I went for a meal just before New Year's. And I went to the restaurant, and I remember I was in a restaurant and the waitress was late and I was slightly early for the booking. I was having an early meal, and the waitress was late, and then we had to get served from someone from the kitchen. I remember this guy from the kitchen because he was resentful, not towards me, but towards the situation. Came over to serve us.
Towards life. Just towards
he
life.
Was, bruv.
He was resentful towards everything, his situation.
But he was putting on like his vibes. He's like, "Hey man, hey, how's it going? Oh, sorry, the waitress isn't here. But I can get things going." I was like, "Oh, is it? So you're out here and in the kitchen, right? You hope you're getting a double wage." He turned around, he went, "That'll be fucking nice, mate." When he walked away. I was like, "Oh," but he worked towards me, but I could just tell he weren't having a good day. But I noticed
if he was a British English person working at the restaurant, like that's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened to you?
Yeah. Like, I was at Curry Ass. It's a British restaurant, though, isn't it? Really, to be fair.
But like, I don't. I mean, this is going down a different barrier, but I'm just always like, when I just see like a proper English accent in London, like, as a waiter or waitress, I'm like, where did it all go wrong for you?
You had every opportunity available to you, bro. You had everything.
You had
what happened?
Every aspect of privilege available to you, and you fucked it.
Yeah.
Where did you? I mean, it's all right when like you're in uni and that, but then after that, what happened, bro? What happened, sis?
But the thing is, I think that, and then I also think, are you an actor? Are you an actor? Because there's some actors out there that are just doing their shifts, bruv. But anyway, my man turned around and did that. But I noticed he served the starters, and when he served the starters, he was speaking. He's like, "Oh, here's your starters," and he was sniffling, and I was like, "Right, this guy is really unwell, and he's in the kitchen." So as you could presume, didn't really eat my starters. Got out of the restaurant, innit? Because I'm not trying to eat food, and I'm over paranoid, and I've been ducking and diving for 3 years, ducking and diving. And I felt fine for a couple of days, but then the COVID hit me, Kay, and I can tell you, fucking tell you,
whoa,
it's no joke. I don't know how I want to know what your COVID is versus my COVID.
Let me also, I'm scared because I went out for lunch with you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That was fine. That was after the Haskell episode, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was fine. Absolutely fine. Were you with me in it? I was fine.
Rubbing your hands with like some disinfectant spray.
Because I'm like, you know me though, bruv. I've rolled with that before. That's the studio disinfectant. I am like that.
Let me tell you, when I got COVID, I'll tell you one thing. I didn't even know I had COVID, right?
Right, is that strong? Yes.
Listen,
Come
my
on.
immune system and gut biome
Yeah.
is out here, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I live a healthy lifestyle. I eat roughly 30 plants a week. Come on. My gut biome is significant. I have fiber.
Yeah, he's regular.
Diet, right.
You're regular,
I have
Kae.
fiber. Yeah, I'm regular. Listen, look at my skin. I'm 32. Mashallah. Do you know what I mean? So everybody,
I'm not seeing it. All I'm saying, Kae, I'm not seeing any wrinkles on this video.
There we go.
Are you seeing wrinkles on the video? Top and bottom, by the way.
Come on. That's the iPhone camera we're using as well.
HD.
Anyway, I never when I got the flu. When I got COVID, I didn't feel it. I got this new strand of flu.
Yeah.
In September. Remember that week when I told you?
Okay.
So I was mash up in September, right? I come back from a wedding. I was on the plane. I was at a wedding, shivering, by the way. And this is in Greece. It was at 29 degrees. I'm in a tuxedo and I'm shivering, right? I was on the plane. They had to put 3 blankets over me on the plane when I was coming home, bruv, right? If it wasn't for Deliveroo, I would be in a ditch somewhere, bruv, because Deliveroo saved me, bruv. Shout out to Armando who was delivering my paracetamol and that, bruv. Because at that point, I was going. So and then everybody was like, "Oh, it's just the flu. It's just the flu. It's just the flu." Now everybody's getting it, and look at you lot all dropping like flies, bruv.
Bro.
Now you lot are sick because I don't get ill. So when I get ill, I don't know how to deal with it, Marcus. I'm all thinking of like death and like I become real. I have an existential crisis. I become real stoic sometimes. I start thinking about like so many different opportunities, and I was just thinking like what's important in life and what
is life? Yeah, what is life?
I become proper philosophical. But what I was gonna say is, yeah, now I'm seeing everybody else get it, right? And the other day it was pissing me off, right? I went to Manchester to do there's a Manchester United fan channel called Straight for Paddock. Yeah. Shout out them. They invited me on to do their podcast, The Brew. And it was great fun, right? But Stehausen, who was on there, he had that flu. My boy Josh, who I had went with, who I spent 4.5 hours with in the car on the way up with, kept on coughing. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not contagious anymore. I'm coming to the back end of it. I don't care, big man."
You don't know when you're contagious. Why do people say that all the time? Sorry, Kae. I'll let you get back to it. What? Where did we learn this? Because remember, Kae, I was getting vexed with this as well.
Anymore. Yeah.
How? Because I remember like a few people have said this. Because people have said this in football. Remember, I'm not contagious. How do you know this? How do you know this?
Like my boy in it, I'm like, you've got a graphic design degree in it. Like he's probably listening to this. I know he listens to the podcast. You've got a graphic design degree in it. Like, how do you know you're not contagious in it,
bro?
Like there is nothing scientific in your life. Anyway, so on the way, he keeps coughing, and I keep opening the window as he does it.
Are you doing it like? Are you doing it obnoxiously, Kae? Like if he coughs 3 times, is the window going down 3 sections? Like,
bro, I was opening his side. I was opening his side at the window. I was like, yeah, he was doing that. He was doing that, and I was opening. I was like, God damn, you know me, bro. I'm like proper open with it. I was like, God damn. Anyway, I was opening all the windows and stuff, and then on the way back, he kept on coughing as well. And he's like, "No, it's my throat. It's just I've just got a dry throat." Big man. This illness is trying to catch me. I don't know what's going on, but the people closest around me, you, Josh, bag of other people getting it, and I'm ducking and diving.
Okay, you said this to me, Kae.
At least you had to self-isolate.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think, you know what, Kae, if you said this, I'm someone that I like, not 100% of the time, but I carry the gel, I wipe down things. I'm quite conscious of touching things other people have, because even if people don't know they have a disease, they can pass on to you.
You don't really mingle with homeless people. You vote Tory. You
think I reach down? Think I reach down to those people? Bruv, when I'm in the shop, when I drop my change, I drop my change onto the counter. You think I'm going to give him an opportunity to touch my? No. So, boss man, keep the change. Okay.
You don't even handle cash these days, do you?
Yeah, no, not really. So yeah, but right. So let me so your COVID was K-firmed it, right? And I'm going to say
no. I'll tell you what happened.
Oh yeah, go on.
I'll tell you what happened. It is October the 16th. No, December the 16th.
Yeah.
2020 or 21.
Okay.
What was last year?
I don't know. 2022 was last year.
Yeah.
21.
So
Okay.
It was 21.
Yeah.
2016, 20. I remember it because I had a corporate booking.
Okay.
Right. I was going to a company was going to pay me a decent amount of money to host their internal awards ceremony. Right. So I was like, you big man. And it was at the time where like the rules and regulations were slipping and sliding. Right. So at one point they were like, you can have like they were going to have like a full theater, but then what happened was it's like you're only allowed 5 people in a room. So what was going to happen is I was going to go to that place, and I took the booking on thinking I'm going to get a full room, but then the regulations changed, so I was going to do it in front of 5 people, and they were going to broadcast it to everyone. Anyway, the day comes, I was packing my gym bag, and then I get a message from my management, and they're like, oh, they just want to lat flow test. Negative lat flow test, and at the time you have to do a bag of like any job you did, you had to do a negative lat flow test, right?
Yeah,
and
man.
I was like, can we get a negative?
People are juking their noses all over the place.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna do one, and I'll just do one, and I'll go to the gym, and then I'll come back, and the car will be at home ready to pick me up. Bro, I'll do the lat flow test. I've packed my gym bag. I'll do the lat flow test. Marcus, it comes out positive.
Jeez,
my heart is going. I am losing my mind, right? I'm like, nah, has to be a false negative.
Me?
Yeah. Because I felt fine. Let me tell you, I felt fine. Like I've been gymmed a day before, and I was hitting PBs, bro. Like I was doing our cardio. And
that COVID was like, let's get him doing PB, so he's high-fiving people. The COVID saying, let's get him to lift higher, because more high fives, more perspiration, more breathing out. Viruses are smart, bruv. Yeah, I'm telling you, bruv.
Bro, I do another one. Positive.
Rah.
And at the time, you had to isolate, innit? You had to self-isolate.
That was it. Was it how many days was it then? 14, 10 days? It was a lot longer than that.
So here's what happened.
Yeah.
So I messaged my management. I'm like, right, this is happening. So the company are like, well, you're going to have to do the gig over Zoom. So I'm sat in this position I am now, like this, doing stand-up comedy into a camera without hearing any feedback. I'm getting people messaging me on Instagram afterwards going, you were great. You were doing it. It's not the same, innit? I'm just there like, so yeah. And then absolutely horrible experience, bro. Anybody that did gigs over Zoom, I don't know how they did it. There was a lot of comedians doing gigs over Zoom, and they were like, it's great money. And I was like, do you know what? You lot have it. My mental health can't take it. I would much rather go broke and not have to deal with that mental health. Anyway.
Listen, as someone that's done this before.
Marcus,
yeah, go on.
10 days I had to self-isolate.
Ooh.
Let me tell you, bro. There is nothing worse than as a healthy man being told to stay in your. I had so much energy and pent up. Bro, I will tell you, I got so emotional by day 6. I was crying watching an Arsene Wenger documentary and a documentary about Brian Robson. I was crying in tears, bro.
You lost yourself.
Ask me if there's anything emotional about them. Nothing whatsoever. I was crying tears, looking at my dog going, I can't believe they treated Arsene Wenger like that, those fucking Arsenal fans. And then the regulations changed the 9th of my 7th. They were like, you only have to isolate for 7 days. That next morning, I was out running, bro.
Yeah.
I was going into Sainsbury's like, you don't understand how good you have it, man. This is amazing, bro.
So because you're in the urban area of London, right? So basically, if you're in the countryside, you'd run through the fields and your fingertips would be running like going across the tops of grass. So were your fingertips like going across the tops of like Purell bottles or across the top of Evian bottles or like the meal deal section? Obviously, you had to sanitize your hands afterwards. Yeah. Was that the kind of freedom that you felt like? Did it feel good running into your Tesco local going, I could have coconut water, I could have vegetables?
I was just going on walks. I did a 2-hour walk that day when I came out. Do you know what though? Yeah.
So I can imagine you walking down the street going, morning, good morning. What the fuck is wrong with you, bruv? Shut up. Good morning. I'm Kay. Hey, how are you doing today? The fuck is this prayer on, bruv? You actually probably, you get those kind of kooky people in your area that are still like, hey, how are you doing today? Once in a while, I'm like, yeah, you must be new around here. That's how you was, isn't it?
Yeah, I was moving like an American, innit? Anyway, so that was a horrible experience. But what I will say is, right,
Yeah.
I've got to the stage now with COVID particularly where I'm like, and I know it's bad to have this mentality, but survival of the fittest in it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know what, Kay?
Like my dad and my mum are in the at-risk category.
Yeah.
They just don't leave the house in this kind of weather. Or they don't do. If I've been out, they're like, do you know what I mean? Like, don't. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to be around you, kind of thing. And like they sort of self-isolate themselves or whatever. And I know people talk about the mental health aspect of it and whatnot, but listen, man, you can't like just lock us up or like prevent. I don't know, man. It was just I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of all of these diseases.
It's interesting here because I spoke to my mum and dad about it, right? Because there was a brief time when I think I might have had a window of contact with them when I was dropping something off. And we didn't know whether I touched something they touched. And I spoke to them about it, and they're old. And they were like,
that's something they touched.
And they were like, you're such a grow up, bruv. They were just like, go on, get out your system. They were just like, they got to the point now where they've gone, you know what, fuck it. If it happens, it happens. I was like, right, all right, gangster. But I think they come from that different ilk, obviously, where they're like, look, we've followed the rules. We've got the jabs. If this thing is really wants to come for us, it can come for us. However, me.
Yeah, but you know, that generation, they're like, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it is where it is, innit? Whereas us, we're like, oh my God,
yes.
I can't believe this is happening to me.
Yeah.
Go on TikTok, do a 20-minute flipping thread about it, answering people's questions and stuff. Like, listen. Like,
I remember my mum was like, when it first came out, mum was like, how do I make a mask? I'm going to make a mask. Do you know what I mean? Let's have some fun with this. I was like, all right, cool, enjoy yourself. But anyway, Kay, look, let me just tell you about my symptoms, bro, because I feel like I've got this new version, which is called Kraken, by the way, bro. Kraken. And I swear... They've released the Kraken. I swear, was it on the pod or off pod a few weeks ago or end of last year? Did I tell you about my friend that got COVID and they thought in America and he thought it was a new strain out there. And in America now on BBC News, they said that they think there's a new strain that could be coming from America. Do you know where Kraken
comes from?
Kraken, go on.
The Kraken is a legendary sea monster.
And a rum. Yeah,
of enormous size, because I ain't got a clue about it, but yeah, said to appear off the coast of Norway.
Kraken it's like a big kind of squiddy octopi thing. Octopuses.
Yeah, so this thing is fucking you up like an octopus.
Fucking up. And listen, I got hit with the tentacles, but let me tell you what it was like. And I know you firmed it, so maybe the audience can tell us whether this is similar to their COVID experience.
Bro, I had no symptoms.
Yeah, you firmed it. Like you went. Ping,
my body was, my immune system was moving like Mike Tyson in his prime, bro.
Okay, I was spitting bars like this, yeah, because I was free for 3 years, and I hope you can make it 4 years, bruv. Yeah, with COVID pinging off you, but
no,
listen,
I do think I had it at one point,
yeah,
but I didn't know it was COVID.
So, what was the symptoms you had?
I was sweating, as in like I had hot flushes and that, like I was on menopause, but I had really bad achy muscles in my back and stuff.
Yeah, okay. All right.
And I had a headache.
All right, okay.
Around March of 2020.
Okay, so that was early doors. So you had it when it was out the gates, where the COVID may not have been punching as strong, but listen, you didn't have no jabs. Yeah, you were out here, no armor. So yeah, it was mashing you up. Well, bro, for me, it started off with feeling a little bit not right. Then a little cold came. Thought, yeah, I can handle this. When I realized I needed to really test, and I wasn't really around people. When I really realized I needed to test was when I went to bed, bruv, and I'd done legs day. Was the last gym day that I'd done, but somehow it felt like legs day had ruined my legs, and then also my whole body had been to the gym. Like as I was going to bed, I was like, why do I feel like someone's run me over? Then I've had a fever like I've never had a fever before. I've got a temperature thing that you can point at your forehead that goes boop, boop. I was pointing at my head, it was going boop, 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 red, saying my temperature was way high. I wasn't sweating. And that was the first night, so I just felt mad shivery, but wasn't sweating. So I just kind of like
sweating. You and Prince Andrew have that in common.
Yeah, bruv. My search history was mad over that first night as well, you know, bruv.
Were you at the Pizza Express in Woking?
Bruv, I had cravings for pizza. My search history just went off one. I don't know what my phone was doing. I don't remember what I did. And I wasn't sweating at all, bruv. You get me? I had this mad sense of privilege. you know, a mad sense of privilege, bruv. Yeah. My phone book just went mad crazy. But yeah, so that was the first night. Then I remember I had, and this is, if you're not into like gunky stuff, cool, whatever. But like, bruv, I've never had phlegm like this in my life. But I was waking up coughing to the point where I was running to the bathroom thinking, listen, I might not make it. Yeah. I was like, what? Huh?
What's your diet like?
Brown rice, chicken, veg, normal. I'm healthy, live a healthy lifestyle. You know this, bruv. Man lives a healthy lifestyle, bruv. Normal. So I was up there, mash up.
I'm just trying to see what was the in for the virus. Like what
I think it was the curry that I had. I think it was the curry gas. I told you, bruv. Man has to treat himself over Christmas and New Year's, innit? I got for a little curry. You know what I mean? Have a little bit of food. I think it was the dude at the curry house. It just got me, bruv. For 3 years, I've been fighting this, bruv. 3 years I've been away from this. And then what was the other thing? Got headache, bruv, sneezing, everything. And then when I did my first...
Do you know what? Sometimes I'd rather have the illness mad for like a day or two. Yeah. Like keep me bedbound, but then I'm all right afterwards.
Well, that's the thing.
It's lingering shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You see, when I had that flu, my resting heart rate went up by like 15 points.
Yep.
Overnight.
Yep. That's what mine was doing.
And it didn't recover for about a month and a half, bro.
I think the route back,
my fitness levels dipped overnight and they still haven't got back to normal.
I can feel it now. So I did some push-ups today just to see what I was on. And I did some push-ups. They were all right. But afterwards, after like a round of push-ups, I sat down and was like, that's me done for the day. And I was like, what? What is going on, bro? But yeah, funny enough, all this stuff. And it was like 3 or 4 days where I was feeling very shit. And then all of a sudden...
Haskell might have given it to you.
Maybe it's Hask. Should we blame it on Hask? It might be Hask, that's giving it to us. He was sitting closer to me, But yeah, anyway, bruv. But the route out of it has been pretty cool. Like now, I've got a bit of a blocked nose. My cough's gone. I kind of like bounced out of it really quick.
That thing. There's these nasal irrigation things I've seen online.
Oh, where they pour the salty water in their nose.
You know when people say, "Oh, I read about something," you didn't read about it, bruv. You didn't read about it.
I researched it, bruv. it.
You didn't read about it. You saw either a tweet or a TikTok.
Yeah.
On Instagram. You didn't. Where did you read about it? Oh, there was an article in the Wall Street Journal that I read. You didn't do that, bruv. You saw a carousel on Instagram or you saw a TikTok.
Yeah.
Anyway, I saw this nasal irrigation thing. So basically, you stick it up there. It's got like sterile water in it or purified water, and then like you turn it on or whatever, and then or you could pump it up. And then it gets rid of it, like irrigation. It does what it says on the tin, innit? And then it brings out all the phlegm out of the other side, and then you can breathe like a real man. But also, did you know? Yeah, you see when you breathe in, I'm giving you all the time. See when you breathe in, do you breathe in vertically, like that?
What's vertically? I don't know. The air just goes in my nose.
So vertically? Your nose really goes back here, innit? Like the air canal. It doesn't
goes all the way back over the top of goes back over the top of your mouth, yeah?
Yeah, it goes like here. So really, if you think about it, like concentrate on breathing. Yeah. Breathe inwards towards the back of your...
Are you telling me to...
Now.
Are you telling...
Do a deep breath, yeah? And then you find like you breathe much better, especially when you're running. Do it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
So don't breathe upwards, innit? Breathe.
I can't change the directions that my nostrils face in. They just pull the air in, innit?
No, but you can. Like, hey, listen, comment, like tweet me or like Instagram or comment on Instagram, innit? Like,
let us know if you can adjust the direction of your nostrils to pull the air in from different air. Send me the video.
I've got time. The back of your mouth. When you breathe in, you can hit right to the back of your mouth, like rather than up there, because you could get it to the back of your mouth real quicker.
Is that just like, I feel if I can do that if I just breathe in a little harder?
No. Also, there's the other one where have you got like a blocked nose?
My sinuses are blocked, but they're they're a lot better than they were.
What you should do is start massaging this bit of you.
I have, yeah. Kae's touching just under his eyes. Also, there's a pressure point in between your eyes as well, which feels like it's doing nothing. But if you push that and breathing at the same time,
do your thing. But long story short, that's why we're not in the studio.
Yes, that's why we're not into studio. I'm a bit pissed. I'm a bit gutted, Kay. You know what? Because I was loving the shows, loving the momentum. We came back in the new year with a bang. I was very excited to hear Babatunde's reply to James Haskell, giving him some. We
are recording with Baba later in this week. So
okay, cool. Yeah, we are.
This is gonna come out normal. But we're gonna get Babatunde will come on.
Yeah.
So we'll give you that proper episode and a Patreon episode of that.
Yeah, man. So this is just a bonus episode to say hello.
Yeah, this is a bonus episode because we don't want to leave you guys going, yo, bruv, where's the episode this week, bruv?
Where's the value, bruv?
Where's the man, bruv?
You lot are making all these excuses like you was in hospital on a ventilator dying, Marcus, bruv. What's all this excuse? You had COVID, bruv.
Exactly.
Get me? Do you know what? All right, I'll leave you with this, okay? I was at the height of my fever, which now looking back at it was just a fucking really, really bad fever for me with COVID, right? And a really bad flu for me. All I was thinking was, please, God, do not make me go into hospital. And I will say this, I bust this on a podcast a few months ago, and I'll say it again.
You don't want to see
there's a time to stay healthy.
Brothers
and if there's a time when you don't want to get into hospital, now is the time, And you heard Kay asking what my diet was. I wasn't fronting. Let's eat our fruit and veg. Let's take our fucking vitamins. Let's get the nutrient. Drink water now. Because what you don't want to be is sitting in a fucking corridor, waiting.
Bro, Marcus, let me tell you how bad it's got, I have started eliminating certain activities where I know it might cause physical
oh my God, I did this the other day. Please, let's get into this. Quick, we got time. Let's get into this. I literally did this, bruv. Go on.
So I'm like, what can cause injury?
Yep.
I don't know if I really need to run outside.
Exactly. Do you know what? It was a bit wet outside, looked a bit slippy the other day. I was like, you know what, bruv? Maybe I can just get on a bike today, innit? And do the bike at the gym. Because you know what? If I slip and roll an ankle, that's not going to be high priority.
No fucking lies as well, bro. Mm-hmm. See, when I've been going to the gym, like normally my weights are like really heavy in it. And then I'll try and challenge myself.
Yeah.
I have gone down about 20 kilograms and I'm you know what? Just do a few extra reps.
Okay. If you go into hospital with a back strain, do you think you're even getting out of there? Do you think you're
I'm not like our Prime Minister, innit? Nah. I can't be registered to a private GP or go to a private hospital off the jump. By the way, if you're like, there's no point in calling an ambulance, innit?
Nah.
You see if I get in trouble with and I need the ambulance, they're gonna look at me. What? 32-year-old healthy male?
Healthy male.
Yeah, stick him at the back of the queue, bruv.
Can he get an Uber?
I'm not gonna get. Bam! That's what he'll tell you.
Bruv,
and then the Uber driver will fucking cancel on you. No, brother, I don't go to this hospital. Sorry, brother, it's not on my way home.
It's too far, and there's too much of a queue to get in. You get me? But like, bruv, on a serious note, I was there, bruv. I like to get into new activities and stuff. And one of my, not resolutions for this year was anything that I get into that's a new activity has to be low impact. I was thinking, you know what? Golf is okay, Golf could be safe. You know what I mean? Things like maybe going for a walk.
You can slip a disc doing golf,
Oh shit! Right, that's off the table.
You know when you're like, you go like that swing.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the movement your back does.
Okay. So pitch and putt then it is. Pitch and putt is what it's gonna have to be this year.
You're probably better off. Bro, everything's gonna fuck you up in it, really, truly. But there's just certain things like where like you just have to know your body in it.
Let's just say like a friend goes to me now, and I ain't got those kind of friends, but say a friend goes to me, we're going for my birthday on a sailing trip. I'm gonna be like, no.
I'll be like, happy birthday, bro. I can't make it, but I'll send you a gift card from Selfridges.
There we go. Exactly. Life, another one. Hey, Kay, it's my birthday. We're going to go rock climbing, then to a restaurant afterwards, for example. Yeah, I'm just pulling things out there.
Outside rock climbing?
Say it goes outside rock climbing. Yeah. Abseiling.
It's not happening.
Man. Nah, big man. So let's see. Yeah.
The only way I'm doing abseiling or any of those things yet is when there is a TV crew present. There has been 15 risk assessments done.
Ambulance on site.
Because they're not going to let me die on camera.
Yeah.
That is what I take solace in, innit? They're not going to let me die on camera, bruv. I will be safe in it.
Yeah.
Like, as safe as you can be in it. Everything's in God's hands, but as safe as can be in it. Like, is eliminating me. I'm not just going with my brethren going, oh, we've got a deal on this. Oh, how did you find out about it? Oh, basically on the high street, there was these guys that were like, do you fancy going abseiling? We can send you up with a special offer. Bro, I don't need those special offers. It's not happening, innit?
Five-a-side. I'm not a five-a-side guy, but I'd even ease off that. I'd even ease off that. Because you know what, bro? That's a full contact sport. Football, yeah? Full contact.
I will tell you right now, the amount of injuries I've picked up from five-a-side, ankles, knees, whatever, back, I have never picked that much up from any other activity in my life. I would rather do MMA.
100%. At least you can't fall over. You're on the floor already most of the time.
Running at me full pelt and then missing the ball, and then now I'm on the floor.
I used to do that for fun at school. I used to mash man up for fun at school. But you think me now at this brittle age? No, I'm all right. Thank you very much, mate. At this brittle age. Yeah, so look after yourself. Honestly, Clueless Clan, look after yourself. Have them vitamins. Maybe allow the roller skating date this week.
What I'm going to say
maybe go to the restaurant instead.
Get some berries.
Yep.
Some dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
Olives.
Yep.
Broccoli.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Some lean protein.
But those are like the pretty much like the ones that are enjoyable and good for you, innit?
Exactly. Like, a walk is good. A walk is good. On a level. What are you doing the rest of this week then? So are you on one line now? So for me, pretty much, I'm going to be on twitch.tv/Marcus Bronzy when I'm ready. I'm going to be sticking these things in my nose and in the back of my throat. Wrong order, back on my throat and my nose, doing some lateral flow tests, and then we're going to be getting in the studio and recording with Baba, man. That's what I can't wait to do. I can't wait to be out of it. Like you mentioned it, Kay. Like I've been indoors not for as long as you, and the line is looking very faint today. The second line on the test is looking very faint today. So I can't wait for the day the line don't turn up, and then I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm getting a haircut. I'm getting back in the gym for a reorientation day.
I didn't want to mention the haircut. I was like, he's gonna.
Happens,
I know that's the first place you're gonna go. Like
happens, innit? It happens, innit, bruv? You hit me. It happens, innit?
That. Do you know what? That's what annoys me, right? Because when your hair goes mad, it ruins the way I feel about myself.
It's a big self-confidence punch for people if they're not used to having their hair untamed, innit? It can hurt a man, innit? When they're not used to it.
I get a haircut every week. If I don't get that haircut that week, I'll start. It feels like I start feeling claustrophobic.
Your haircut is locking you in.
Anyway.
He's locking his muffness in. His muffness has claustrophobia. Hey, bruv, I need to get out of this, man. I'm locked in a cage of follicles, bruv. Let me out.
I just start feeling claustrophobic. Anyway, we're going to
what you got coming up, Kay?
I will talk to you about that off air. But we've got listen, we're going to be back later this week. So this is a bonus episode essentially, but we just didn't want you lot left in the lurch. You're going to get an episode later on in the week as well when we record with Baba.
And of course our Patreon Clueless Clan are going to be getting
and listen,
early doors.
We're going to get female guests on in it, but a lot of these guests have asked to come on.
Oh, I think what people don't get is that a lot of our guests, but is it fair to say the majority of the guests that we've had so far have contacted us and said, love the show. Can we get on? And we were like, yeah, of course. But man, the show, we're going to diversify the show moving forward, man. Don't watch that.
Yeah. All right, bruv.
All right,
have a good one. Get well soon. You lot stay safe. Avoid Marcus Bronzy's germs. Laters. Bye.
Peace.